Well, I don't really remember very much about it. That he knew me a while before. He was a medical student, and I was a nurse that hadn't noticed him for quite a while. And this was after he'd come back from Belsen, about 18 months, 2 years after. And he wrote to me and asked me if I would like to go to a medical school dance with him. And that was the beginning of our flirtation, I suppose. We didn't talk a lot about it. It was 2 years after or longer. And he was very affected by it, but he didn't really talk a lot about it. He was ill in Belsen. He got dysentery, and that affected him all his life, really. Well, what struck me, I think, was when he told me that when they first went into Belsen, there were all these huts, and they were allocated a hut each, and his hut was whatever number. And when he went in, he found, I don't know how many people were in it, but they were nearly all dead. And he had to clear out the dead bodies and take them out to one end of the hut, and then any that were alive or had very dysentery, they were absolutely foul, the huts, that they were just lying in there, filth, and just cleaning the huts and getting them sorted out was, I think, made more impression on me than anything. It sounded horrific. I don't think it had any, it didn't affect his approach to medicine. He was dedicated from the very beginning to medicine. He just loved it, and I don't think he didn't learn a lot. I don't think from Belsen. From a medical point of view, they tried out all sorts of drugs, but they were only second year students or third, I'm not sure. Well, Michael and I met as a medical student and a nurse at Westminster and married. I then gave birth to David in Westminster Hospital, and he eventually became a medical student at Westminster, trained there, and met Libby and married her. She was a nurse, so it's very much in the family. Yes, we did for several years. George Woodard and Russell Barton, and another one that I can't remember, but they're all dead. I've tried to track them down, but I haven't got replies. I think it is very important. I think particularly in schools it would be a good thing. They learn about the war nowadays, and I think it would be a very good thing for them. I think they find it quite scary. There was a lot about Belsen when I really think about it. The shoes was something that I remember very much. Piles of shoes that were waiting to be burnt. Oh, it was awful. Well, this is important to me because my youngest child, Sally, had polio at 8.5 months old, paralytic polio. David caught it first of all, but was just ill. It was all right, and she caught it from him, and has been affected all her life. She's over 60 now and wears a caliper, but calipers are very, very difficult to fit for polios. And I think it is a very difficult thing. I think he'd be very proud. It is history. He wrote it originally just for his mother, a boy, he was a 20-year-old boy writing it for his mother. But I think he now would be very pleased. I don't know. I think for people to become really aware of what did go on and should never happen again. That's all really I can say about that.